Sir, you are a Nigerian. You are a big stakeholder, and you are an observer of what has been happening ahead 2027 general elections.
Of course.
How have you seen the process so far?
From my observation, the process has been up and doing, especially with a large scale of transparency on the part of the political parties. Even though there are some politicians who have been moving from one political party to another and trying to at least secure their fate with regards to having tickets from a particular political party. Although it is full of interest, because if you look at it, it shows that some of the political gladiators are primarily after their personal interest with regards to having vying at all costs to be president, and a kind of agreement that cannot hold water that some of them are having among themselves. With regards to you becoming president for 4 years, all those things shows that it is full of personal interest. Although to some extent we can see that the public is made to know some of this information through the media, which is good enough. However, so the politicians need to have the interests of the public at heart rather than personal interest.
Thank you very much. And what could we say are those areas where mass media in Nigeria could, assist in having credible general elections come 2027?
You see, there are several areas where the mass media could come in. But most importantly, the media need to work on voters' apathy. Because you see a situation whereby some people have lost interest in the election process and they decide not to vote. This is going to mar and have negative influence on the general election. That is why the media need to work seriously on sensitizing members of the public on the fact that they need to come out en masse on the election day. And that sensitization from the mass media has to start from now. Apart from this, is the area of election violence. The media also need to emphasize this. Because there are some public there who don't understand the reason why they don't need to be engaged in violence. So the media needs to work on this. And let
as part of social responsibility,
yes, of the mass media. You need to let them know that this thing is not a do or die affair. And no politician should use you to engage in rigging or election violence or what have you. So the media needs very serious work on this area.
No doubt about that. I mean, media, as part of the rules, to enlighten, to inform, to educate, and to entertain. That's true. No doubt about that. Why are you leaving out political actors, religious bodies, government agencies, and kind of sensitization?
Thank you. All hands must be on deck. In fact, if you look at it from the angle of the agents of socialization, it captures that area you have just called my attention to.
Thank you.
The religious body, not only the mass media, even the family. Charity begins at home. In any election process, we must not leave every bulk of the work with mass media. The family has a lot of work to do. Every member of the family, everybody at home, every parent must sensitize their children and their household on the need not to engage in any election malpractice whatsoever for any reason. Apart from the family, is that of the religious body that you have just called my attention to. The afars, ustaz, and so on, as well as the pastors and what have you. In any political, in any religious place, every head of these religious houses must also see it as part of their responsibility to also enlighten their congregations on the need not to be involved. If the home, as well as this religious body, support the call by the mass media, in fact, there will be no election violence. Not only the mass media, not only the home, not only the religious body, but also involved is that of the school. Whether primary school, whether secondary, whether institutions, we need also to enlighten members, students, especially with regards to the schools I'm talking about, on the need not to engage themselves in election malpractice. You know, it's always an habit in Nigeria today to ask students to go home during election period.
That's true.
It's because of the fear of some of these election violence. If not, why would students not be on campus while elections are ongoing?